When you think about your favorite past teachers, how many of them are still teaching in Eagle County? Recently, there has been a major shortage of teachers caused by low wages affecting students and adults.
I get a lot of sympathy from people. They feel really bad that we're kind of across the board underpaid for the amount of work that we end up doing just compared to other professionals who have similar backgrounds.
According to the Eagle County Schools Certified Salary Schedule, a teacher who's been teaching for as long as 10 to 12 years with a bachelor's degree receives a salary of $53,534 a year.
And I think that it's important to understand that salaries have to meet the cost of living. And this isn't just seen in teachers' salaries here, it's seen in a lot of professions in this valley.
When I go places, they'll give me like 10% off because I'm a teacher, and sometimes I think it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't make a lot of money.
Like anyone else, teachers need to spend their money on school supplies, shared housing, childcare, groceries, healthcare, and more. Especially in Colorado, teachers are paid barely enough to fit only their basic needs for themselves and their families. This does not include fun activities, treatment for mental health struggles, or social outings.
I have developed depression, anxiety. I am not the same teacher that I was 5 years ago because I don't know if I'm going to get kicked out of my house.
I think where it really gets difficult is when you have kids, like especially young kids. Like I have a daughter who's 1 year old, and to ask to get a roommate or ask to share in that situation is just, it's difficult because even if you vet someone, you just never know, and there's a baby crying and it puts them in an awkward position. And so I think the more of a family you have, the harder it is to do any of those things.
In an article by edweek.org, nationally, more than 8% of teachers leave their profession each year. Teachers in Colorado frequently move around to find jobs that provide for them and their families.
The school does provide housing for teachers, though there are a lot of restrictions to get into it. They have worked with Habitat for Humanity, but again, that's a lottery system. So there are some good things this district is trying to do. It's just very hard to be selected for such things.
If we can't find a house that we can purchase by a certain date, the next school year will be my last in Eagle County. My husband's been here for 20 plus years, and he chose to move here because of what Eagle County has to offer. I came here a different route, but I chose to stay because of what Eagle County has to offer. We're talking about just trying to find a place that we can buy a house. We don't know what that looks like or where that is yet.
The Colorado Education Association, a union for teachers in Colorado, has recently been trying to raise starting base wage from $46,160 to $50,000 in Eagle County. However, $50,000 is still much lower than other districts, such as Cherry Creek Schools, which just increased their base pay to a $57,000 salary.
I think first and foremost, people need to demand that our state does something in terms of funding for education.
I guess talk to your politicians. We have a union that fights for us as best they can. When those bills come up to increase teachers' pay, or if it ever comes up at a state legislature, talking with those people and trying to get that help done would be greatly appreciated.
From Eagle Valley Student Media, this has been Abby, Emit, and Emanuel.